Hi, everyone, and happy International Women's Day. But I don't really say that with a lot of joy. And the reason is that I don't know if you ever, as a child, went up to a mother or father on Mother's Day or Father's Day. I know I did. And say, how come you get a day? How come you get a Mother's Day and there's no Child Day? And the parent would typically reply, because every day is Child's Day. And that's a bit how I feel about International Women's Day. I'm not saying don't celebrate it. I think, it's better than nothing. But, women genuinely make up 50% of the population. We're not even a minority. It's 50-50. And if you go to the over 64-year-olds population information, women make up considerably more than men. At child level, it's equal as well. So why is it that we only get one day? I really respect Black History Month. They were like, you can't do Black history in one day. No, 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 my friend. It needs a month at least. But really, when we celebrate Women's Day, that's one day is Women's Day. The rest of the year is Men's Day. It's Men's Year. When we celebrate Black History Month, it's only 1 month. The rest of the year is White History. And so I've been really pondering this today because, as a group, as a community, we're really looking into and feeling into what does the new dream look like. And so I'm questioning, how do we really create inclusivity? Can't we give everyone a rightful place? The sense of belonging is really important to us human beings. We're social creatures. We need the sense of belonging, and yet we keep excluding everybody. And so, how do we create space? And in this month, when we're talking about spaciousness, and next month too, how do we create space for everyone? How do we acknowledge everyone? How can we take judgment out of the system and create some level of joy in our differences, respect for the differences? And this is what I'm pondering. How do we, when we dream our new dream, how do we create space, respect, love, belonging for everyone? Without this need to separate, without this need to judge, without this need to say, you can have a tiny little portion just so you can feel good for one day. Why can't we feel good every day? I feel this way. The older I've got, the more I feel this way about birthdays too. When we bring up children, we go, this is your special day. And that carries on into adulthood. For one day of the year, you feel loved because people acknowledge you. Why does it only have to be one day? One day. Is it really sufficient? Why don't you feel special and loved every day? Why can't we acknowledge each other every day? My mother and I have this ongoing conversation where I say, I don't really want to have to send you a card on Mother's Day every year out of duty. I don't want to have to do it out of duty because I don't feel like I need you to know on one specific day that I love, care, and care for you. If you can't tell from my everyday action, if you can't tell from the years of my behavior that I love and care for you, then there is something terribly wrong. But you should already know this by now. I'm 50. My mother is in her late 80s. If you don't know this by now, surely there's something wrong, right? And she does know. She doesn't actually need a card anymore. So she's kind of come around to my way of thinking. But I know my mother is from the old school thing. Oh, she wants a card. She wants to be made to feel special. But I try and do that most of the time. So I'm kind of going, is a card necessary? I can send you a card any day of the year. Why on this particular prescribed day? So As you can tell, I'm not a big believer in one day love. I don't like Valentine's Day either. I'm not a big prescriber to one day love. I'm a prescriber to all day love, everyday love. So let's have your thoughts. Let's have your ideas. Let's dream this together into beingness. Let's create this a world where it's more beautiful for everybody every day.